Hi, I'm Jess.
And I'm Jess.
And today we are covering our favorite, reasonably healthy, low spoons, shelf-stable snacks. Because there are gonna be days when you're not really up to making a meal or even close to a meal, but you still want it to be at least a little healthy.
Yeah. I call them my emergency or backup snacks. Shall we start with? Number 1, roasted seaweed. Now, I know that you're thinking these are pretty salted most of the time, but if it's this versus a whole bag of potato chips, you're probably better off just eating like this very small contained amount of seaweed.
Yeah.
That is not fried or covered in oils.
And seaweed has a lot of vitamin content, so it is really good for you. Lots of like iron and ocean minerals, as they like to call it in the fancy hipster speak. Should we eat some? Yes. Up it to the camera.
Delicious.
So not photogenic though.
It's not photogenic and it might make you a little gassy.
And it wrecks your teeth for camera, but that's okay, it's tasty. Do I need to share in solidarity then? Solidarity!
I could eat this for days.
If you want to save money, there are a lot of brands. Gimme is one of the more popular American brands, but you can get bulk amounts from your local Chinese or Japanese grocery store or Korean grocery store, all the grocery stores. And if you aren't really feeling the sesame oil, you could go for Japanese nori.
This is more of a Korean style. They tend to be a little on the saltier side and a little more crispy and flaky, whereas Japanese nori tends to be like a bit thicker, the kind of stuff that you would see on sushi.
But both are tasty.
Tasty.
And now we need to pause while we check to make sure we're not covered in seaweed. Next snack. Number 2, the crunchy rice roll. So all these are puffed rice, usually in a very, very thin coating of some kind of rice syrup. Let me look at this guy, yeah. So all this is white sushi rice, brown rice, cane juice, rice syrup, and agar for stabilization. Yeah, there's some sugar going on, but they're gluten-free, they're delicious, and they're pretty filling on days when you want something crunchy and you just want to have that crispy crunchiness. They're actually really popular during convention season. Have you had them before?
Yeah.
They're so good though. They're so addictive. If you get these, I highly recommend figure out some way to parcel.
My child is eating cat toys.
Oh dear.
No catnip for babies.
If you do end up getting one of these though, I ridiculously highly recommend that you parcel them out somehow, because otherwise you will eat the entire container.
I definitely have eaten entire containers.
Oh, and they are messy, but worth it. Do you want it? Or do
Yeah.
Okay. There was
We're filming hungry.
Best and worst idea for YouTube pleasure.
I think they can see me like licking my lips as you're talking.
Should at least break this one in half.
Okay.
There we go. Which one do you want? Take one. Take one. It's kind of like eating a really good rice cake. Like the American rice cakes that are kind of low on flavor and really bland and make you sad. This is a much better version.
I like that they're just lightly sweet, so it's not boring, but it's also not like in-your-face sugar snack.
Yeah, it's delicate, but you can like, I could see doing sweet and savory with them, because you could put peanut butter on it, you could put sriracha, you got options.
Number 3, bulk nuts. I usually don't buy them pre-packaged like this. I like to go to like the bulk aisle and just grab a bunch of different nuts, but it's kind of in a hurry and this is really easy to grab. This one has cashews, almonds, and sunflower seeds. It's like a good variety of proteins and fats, and it's just super delicious, good brain food. You're not gonna crash from it. That's one problem I have with carbs, I always crash. So nuts help me to just maintain a steady level of energy, and These are also really great background food, so you can just put them next to you while you're at work or while you're just lazing about or reading or anything, and they're easy to just like grab like a handful of at a time without really thinking.
Which, that's important.
Yeah.
Let's be realistic.
But also paleo friendly, according to this bag.
Next up, jerky with a massive, massive asterisk. So a lot of jerkies in the beef jerky, buffalo jerky range have metric tons of sugar to get that flavor happening, and also a lot of artificial smoke. So you're looking for a jerky that is fairly high in protein and fairly low in sugar or carbs. This guy is from 3 Jerks, who does filet mignon jerky, and it's a softer jerky, but I appreciate that it's a softer jerky. Like, it's one where you're not worried about breaking something while you eat it, which can happen with some of my favorite jerkies, actually.
It doesn't feel like a dog treat,
yeah,
you know?
If you're local to Seattle, another good one is actually PCC's jerky. They have occasionally a Beefalo Jerky that is really, really good and very high in protein.
What's Beefalo?
It's buffalo and beef cows had a baby.
She doesn't like the idea of that, but I think it sounds okay.
Yeah, so Beefalo and other hybrid cow, bison, buffalo hybrid things. I know I'm describing it so well. So all these hybrids are gonna have really high protein content in their meat, which means that if you're going to be eating meat, maybe you want a reduced meat diet, maybe you're like me and you have dietary requirements, but you don't wanna eat meat all the time. Basically, it's nice to have your protein hit without needing to worry about having fresh meat on site. I'm trying here, Addie.
Maybe open that up and I'll give her some.
So this is their soy very, very teriyaki. And what really throws me every time is that, you know, this has 20 grams of protein, 12 grams of carbs, but it still feels like a very luxurious jerky. It's very soft, it's very gently soy, and it doesn't feel like how you expect jerky to be like because it's so soft.
That's really good. I haven't tried this before. It's actually delightful.
I think if you're someone who's afraid of how stiff and tough it is to eat jerky, maybe you have like sensitivities for texture, this is a much better jerky than what you're gonna find in the market for all these guys. Caveat, it's not cheap, but it's tasty, so you should try it.
Number 5. Bulk dried fruit. These in particular are just a big bag of black raisins. The bag is still very much full because I only kind of like them, which in a way is really beneficial because then I don't just eat them all the time, and I actually do have them as a snack for lazy days, and I don't overindulge and then hate myself afterwards. Any kind of dry fruit is great. I have a lot of dates or dried mangoes with no added sugar, dried apples, dried lemons. We do a lot of dried fruit in this house.
And if you're spoiled like we are in Seattle, you might be able to get sugar-free fruit leather, which is awesome. Incoming baby. Hey, Addie.
Guess who else loves snacks? If you're extra spoiled like this one and I am, we have family members with persimmon farms.
Ooh.
And they definitely just like have hordes of persimmons that they dry for us.
Addie wishes we'd film faster. Next one, slightly obvious, still awesome. Granola.
Wait, 6.
Oh, yes, number 6. So, granola in theory is really nice and healthy for you. The problem is that a lot of them are super high in sugar, and not in a way that's really beneficial sugar. Hey, Addie. It's more just sugar. So like this is one from Purely Elizabeth, and surprisingly, even though this one is chocolate involved, it had less sugar than the other options, which is why we chose this one. It has 3 grams of protein and 6 grams of sugar, 17 grams of carbs. So it's not low on sugar, but I would use this for a balance. Like when I was in grad school, I basically lived on granola and, to be realistic, Tillamoos, because single serving cheddar is protein and this is carbs, and that kept me sane.
And I haven't tried this one yet either, so I'm pretty excited right now.
It actually looks safe for me. I think I can eat this one.
Sunflower seeds, cheesy.
Yeah, I can eat it. I'm still not used to having nut allergies. We'll explain that in another video because I'm not actually allergic to nuts. It's weird and annoying. Oh dear, I have greasy meat hands. Oh no, oh no. Do we need mom power? Oh dear, but you have hands full.
I might also have greasy hands. Let's see how this goes.
Hey Addie. Oh dear, oh dear. You got it. I got it. I'll hold it. Hold it.
Okay.
It smells really good. You're smelling like the cocoa immediately.
You want some?
I feel like I'm eating a slightly drier kind bar, but not in a bad way for the dryness. More just, it's crunchy, and there's cocoa, and there's nuts and seeds.
I kind of feel like it tastes like a really crunchy cookie that's like, that has like sea salt on it or something. It has a nice like kind of cinnamon flavor. It's not really cinnamon, it's just like a little bit.
It's like cinnamon on the nose. Like you're breathing cinnamon, you're not tasting cinnamon. Oh no. I do like that the coconut's there, but it's not coconut like you get with some of the granolas, which is like, boom.
Yeah, it's not too much anything.
Yeah. My other favorite granola probably is Ranger Chocolate. It has a really good one with cocoa nibs. And cacao is amazing for you, but it's really hard to get your hands on that one in Seattle, so not for today's video. And not right now. You had your granola. 7.
Oh. Last one. This says honey. Last one. Popcorn. I buy popcorn in bulk. This is not my only jar. I just keep it all around the house and toss it in the microwave as necessary.
If you are going to do this, I highly recommend getting the best popcorn you can get your hands on because it makes such a difference when you're making it at home. I got my hands on my first batch of Rancho Gordo and it was like, ah. To my spouse, it still tastes like cardboard, but it's delicious to me, so yeah.
I go the opposite direction and buy really cheap popcorn, but cover it in like butter and garlic powder and a little bit of salt. Not too much salt as usual, but, or maybe like different kinds of oils based on what you have around. You can just play with flavoring so much with popcorn. You can make it sweet, you can make it savory, you can just do whatever. It's probably gonna taste delicious.
And I do like that you don't need very much popcorn flavor on there to make it taste good because it's such a blank canvas. So you don't need to go like dunk it in oil. You just need a little bit. Like I usually need like a tablespoon of butter for the entire pot. Then I make it brown butter because I'm fancy.
Yeah, you're fancy. Fancy food.
But yeah, we do not shame you, by the way, if you need to get snacks that are less healthy. This is more that we both have dealt with things where we need to eat and we realized that we felt better if we ate less sugar or if we ate vaguely healthier. You eat what you need to eat when you're hungry. You got it? Got it, good. And with that, we would love to hear from you now in the comment section below. Comments, comments, comments. Are there any kind of snacks that you eat when you're having a low spoons day? Are there healthier versions, way less healthy versions? Do you douse everything in chocolate? We want to hear about it. With that, we will see you next time. Bye. Yay.